Next, we are going to test for the impact of time of day filters. But in this lecture, let's first review the progress so far. We started out optimizing the moving average settings for the period and for the offset. And that was a total disaster, as after 400 tests, only one was successful. We used that as our optimization setting and then moved into the target stop and following stop optimization, which improved the results tremendously. And now we are up to a favorable outcome for the year's trading of $642. Now, what I've done since then is add an additional test to the point that we are now. So I've actually tested both the MA settings and the stop, target and following stop settings simultaneously. Now, in order to do that, I had to use the genetic algorithm. So let's go in and I'll just show you that. I'll click on Expert Properties, go to Testing, and I activated the genetic algorithm so that the number of tests would be reduced and the time testing would be reduced. I pressed OK and then optimized on that basis. What then happened is it found 112,000 alternatives to those testing. Of those, it said only 2,800 are the most relevant ones, and it actually tested 2,464. Now, this took quite a long time, and the results for those tests are, let's have a look at them by clicking on Optimization Results. As you can see, the results are quite a lot better than what we've had. It's brought up about 20 results that are better than our $642. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run two streams on the testing. I'm going to go with this optimized result here, and as you know, all you do is right click and then set that as input parameters. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the expert properties. In the inputs, I now have different input parameters to the ones we've used using the continuous improvement approach. And to save those, what you do is you click on Save, and you then save it as a set file. So I'm going to call this set file the total MA test for MA and targets, and I'm going to just save that. Now, previously not shown, I have also saved the tests that we've done to date. So I've got two sets of optimized settings. I've got the target and stops in steps set, and I've then the total MA test and MA targets set. So I can call those up at any time by just loading them into the EA input field, which is a fantastic facility. You therefore can save your settings as set files, and I've just shown you how. So if I select that particular one and open it, it will load the 642 results. If I then go and say load the total one, it will then load the ones that are over 1,000. So it's quite nice. We can now progress using those two as our base. So what you've seen in this lecture is an alternative way of testing using the genetic algorithm, which gives you selective testing results and more in a much wider field. What you've also seen is how to save your settings and then how to reload those settings when you need them. We will use these two new settings for our time of day testing. So let's move on to the next lecture.